A day in the park. It was a sunny morning, and Emma decided to go to the park. She put on her blue jacket, her favorite sneakers, and a small backpack. She wanted to have a nice day outside. When she arrived at the park, she saw children playing, people walking their dogs, and some people sitting on benches. The birds were singing, and the air was fresh and clean. Emma smiled and took a deep breath. As she walked along the path, she noticed a small pond. There were ducks swimming and people feeding them bread. She stopped for a moment and watched the ducks. A little boy ran past her, laughing and holding a red ball. Emma waved at him, and he waved back. She felt happy to see everyone enjoying their day. After a while, Emma found a quiet spot under a big tree. She sat down and took out a sandwich and a bottle of water from her backpack. She ate slowly while listening to the sounds of the park. Children were laughing, dogs were barking, and the wind was blowing gently through the leaves. Emma thought it was a perfect morning. While she was eating, she saw a man walking his dog. The dog was small and white. It ran to Emma and wagged its tail. Emma laughed and petted the dog. The man said, "I am sorry. He likes to meet new people." Emma said, "It's okay. He is very cute." They talked for a few minutes about dogs in the park. The man told Emma that he comes to the park every morning. Emma nodded and said she liked to come here too. After finishing her lunch, Emma decided to take a walk around the park. She saw a group of friends playing soccer on a field. They were running and kicking the ball. Emma remembered when she used to play soccer as a child. She smiled at the memory and continued walking. On the path, she saw a small café. A few people were sitting outside, drinking coffee and chatting. The smell of coffee was pleasant. She thought about having a cup later. Emma walked to the playground. Children were on swings, slides, and climbing frames. She watched a girl carefully climb a small ladder to the slide. The girl shouted, "I can do it." Emma smiled and felt joy from seeing the children happy and brave. She remembered when she was a child and played in a park like this. Emma continued her walk and reached a flower garden. The flowers were colorful and beautiful. She saw red roses, yellow tulips, pink daisies, and purple lavender. Bees were flying from flower to flower. Emma crouched down and looked closely at the flowers. She took some photos with her phone because she wanted to remember this peaceful moment. As the day passed, more people came to the park. Some were jogging, some were reading books on benches, and others were having picnics with their families. Emma saw a young couple having a picnic on a blanket. They were smiling and talking quietly. Emma felt happy to see people enjoying simple things in life. Emma walked to the edge of the park, where there were tall trees and a small hill. She climbed the hill slowly and reached the top. From there, she could see the whole park, the pond, the playground, and the paths where people were walking. The view was beautiful. Emma took a deep breath and felt grateful for the day. After a while, Emma sat on the grass and closed her eyes for a few minutes. The sun was warm on her face. She could hear laughter, birds singing, and the sound of wind in the trees. She thought about how nice it was to spend time outside and to enjoy simple things like nature, children playing, and people being kind to each other. When Emma opened her eyes, she saw a family feeding the ducks. The little girl held bread and threw small pieces into the pond. The ducks quacked happily and swam to eat. Emma smiled and walked closer to the pond. A duck swam near her feet, and she laughed. She said softly, "Hello, little duck." The family waved at her, and she waved back. After spending almost the whole morning in the park, Emma felt it was time to go home. She walked slowly, enjoying every moment. She thought about coming back tomorrow or the day after to enjoy another day outside. Before leaving, she stopped at the small cafe and bought a cup of coffee. She drank it while sitting on a bench and watched people pass by. Some people were smiling, some were talking on their phones, and some were walking their dogs. Emma felt peaceful and happy. She realized that even a simple day in the park could bring so much joy. She took one last look at the pond, the playground, and the flower garden. She whispered to herself, "What a perfect day." Then she put on her backpack, waved goodbye to the park, and walked home slowly, carrying the happiness of a day well spent.